Today is Friday, May
19th,
2023.
It's raining.
Yep, we're in Knightdale, North Carolina, and you are at the Chubby Cottage. And so today I noticed that my Gaura is flopping. And I have peony cages which have the little grid. Let me see if I get a piece, hold on. So the circles that usually have the grid, so we went ahead and cut it out so that we could put it around the Gaura. So what I decided is, wouldn't it be better to just have something that I could use? Well, we used, one of Jenny's family members ran for mayor, so they needed those little signs that you put on the side of the road, and I'm gonna grab that. But this is a little too thick for us to cut with our bolt cutters. So I started to think. So I said, oh, I have a lot of those tomato cages. I wind up buying, I don't know, 20 or 30 of them. Is that how
I think it was like 40.
Yeah.
Somebody had like a pack of 40.
Yeah.
They were like every size, come get them,
Yeah.
this price, whatever. So we got a bunch of them.
So we have some that are ginormous, like the circle compared is just huge. And the gauge of wire is a lot stronger. Now, naturally, this is too tall, right? It's once it gets in the ground, it's a good 3 feet tall. So what we were doing is getting the bolt cutters, and I cut the first one here, but that is just a wee bit too long. So then the second one we cut here. So this circle, this diameter, I think it's, I don't know, maybe 12 inches diameter. But then I decided to snip the edge so that it could open. You have to be careful, of course, once you snip this. But we can give you a look-see of what we've done. And it's pretty easy to snip. And I'm just going to put these around some of the things that like to flop and split open. So I think I did the one with the peony cage over there. And
we'll show you guys that.
Yeah, we'll show you.
We'll turn the camera around and show you that.
They're good to have too. Like we bought, I don't know, 12 of them. We don't have 12 peonies, but I knew that there would be other flowers that were likely to want to flop over. So we'll give you a look at that. So this is Gaura. Is it Mary Jane?
Rosie Jane.
Rosie Jane. And they love to flop, and I don't have the before of them flopping, but what I did was I took this peony cage that had the grid in it and we cut it completely out. So trying to contain her a little bit. She's, you know, she's flopped over, but it was just taking up too much room by doing that.
And the peony cage was a fine idea circle-wise, except it doesn't work as well as the tomato cages we found out. Like trying to push all the legs in is not as easy or as stable as the ones that's why we switched to the other ones. We'll show you.
You can say this guy was just planted,
So this one is the peony cage with the grid on it.
But we just literally an hour ago planted this Gaura. It's already blooming. It was already established. So the, what do you call these stems? Will likely be able to come through here, no problem. But one that's already been up from last year is a little difficult to deal with.
Can't really feed it through these little squares that easily, so.
No, not established. And then the one over here, because I didn't want to keep cutting the peony cages, I said, well, surely there's got to be something else I could do. And I know some people buy wire, gauged wire, and they shape them like Monty Don does. But, well, I can't do that. So this one looks pretty stable. It's holding her in there pretty good. And
this is the one that we didn't cut as short. We left this one a little bit tall.
Yeah,
and then
see,
we said,
1,
okay.
2, 3.
And we said, all right, we could probably cut this a little bit shorter. So we'll go show you the one in the front that we cut a little bit shorter. So this is what it does. It just kind of flops all over and goes wherever it wants and just kind of lays down. And so this is what we're doing to prevent that.
Yeah, see, in the center, it just makes this, I don't know. I don't really know why it does it, but I'm going to try to prevent it.
Especially on rainy days, it's very heavy, so it just flops over. So this one we're probably just going to leave like this because one, we don't care, and two, it looks silly having a cage right here by our gate. We were like, ugh, this is not aesthetically pleasing. So we're just going to leave him to flop. And then over here, let you guys see some pretty flowers on the way. We got green beans coming up. Alright, so this is the tomato cage that we cut to only 2 levels. So we like this better. I think this is going to be our final answer for ones that we do going forward.
Besides the fact, everybody can get a hand on a tomato cage, even if they're used off of, you know, Marketplace or next door or however you shop. But I mean, how convenient just to, you know, it's pretty stable, it's pretty sturdy, and this one was cut, but who cares?
So, we just wanted to share that
And
with you guys.
here's regular tomato cages doing their job.
Woo! For this one, we had growing behind something already, and so it has kind of the support of Henry the Heron and the stuff around it, and so it's not flopping over. Even though now it's rained and it's heavy, it's all the way almost 5 feet tall, and it's not flopping over at all. It managed to stay upright. So we just want the rest of them to have that same upright, nice Gaura vibe.